Starship Troopers, complete with the alien head. Pretty neat. Pretty neat stuff. This is actually a really nice game that we're working on. This is actually getting shipped to Malaysia. Ooh, long distance. But we ship anywhere in the world. $600 to almost any seaport except Antarctica. We're not going there yet. Anyway, actually, I'm going to film this CHEXX hockey. This poor customer ordered this from us ages ago. Do you know how hard it is to get a CHEXX hockey up and running again? These were made between 1980 and 86. The original blue CHEXX with USA versus Russia. Actually, can you go and get the man on my workbench? I want to show you something neat too. Ice made this, innovative concepts. And what a terrific, great game. Is that the original one with the skinny? Yes. I want to show you something that's really neat. The original men had a skinny stick right there, do you see? But I want to show you what they did to make them more durable. They made them thicker. Do you see that? Okay? So, the question is, do you have a skinny man or do you have a fat man? He's making fun of Frank. You should have seen what he just did to you. Tony, don't you lie. You might fun of me. Look, I want to show you. Oh, you idiot! You imbecile! I mean, how unlucky to drop those things like that. Our men are all repainted and clear coated. They look beautiful. Russian USA. Our ice is beautiful. We have brand new gullies. We have all new gearboxes. 10 new gearboxes underneath. 10. And of course we have those washers. Can you show me that clear washer? I'm going to show you this too, just to annoy everybody. Thank you, sir. Here's that wonderful Lexan washer. This keeps the man from falling off, A, and of course, B, we now use them here on the play fields to protect the plastics, see? And you put that over there, and look, your plastic will never, ever, he already started here, he's got one there, it will never, ever break.
Gift. No, come with this.
I think I said ever enough. Well, we pulled the rods out, polished them. We actually had. What was that? I said polish the rods, not polish the knobs.
I'm going to the warehouse to polish my knob. Metaphorically, of course.
You perverted sick.
He does either. Cheaply, might I add. Along with your thin shaft.
Speechless.
Does anybody want to buy a thin shaft, man?
I've got nothing.
Look, new stickers. New CHEXX hockey decals here. It plays the I'm sitting here waiting to play music. We also put new ice lights in here. Now see how it works is there's 3 lights at the top. First, second, and third period. Anyway, we'll put a credit on it. It plays your national anthem all the way through unless you hit the start button or the boo button. Then it cancels that out and ejects the puck. It's a timed release. How come I can't hit anything here? I need players. Players? I need players.
I can handle that.
And don't waste my time. Oh, Tony. Oh my God. Now, just like any CHEXX hockey, if the guy goes someplace where none of your sticks can reach, you just pick up the game a little bit and shake it with the handles. This thing is built to fall down 2 flights of steps with no damage. This Lexan Dome is unbelievable. Now we have buffed the Lexan Dome, but it does have some scratches in it. I should write a letter to Ice. Why did this only last 25 years? Or something like that. Very nice. Now, a tip for you. You don't have the bolts in because I was opening and closing the top. But you could always just keep a couple bolts in it. So if a man happened to pull up, you had to pull him or push him back down or something, you don't have to take everything off. At the very least, just finger tight them. As long as it's in your house, you don't have to worry too much about it. But keep the extra bolts in the cash pan on the bottom. Now, the CHEXX Hockey does have the ability to adjust the length of the periods. And what's the other adjustment, guys? Pricing. So there's 2 adjustments. Very basic stuff. Very basic electronics.
Didn't know.
Oh my. Oh, in front, the puck there, that's that $16 puck from Ice. That has a magnet in it. In front of each of the goalies, there is a magnetic sensor. It's actually just a coil of wire. So when the magnetic sensor rolls near it or in front, you get the crowd roar. Very basic, very simple, but works great. Never goes bad. The older units actually had little glass sensors, and newer games have just a coil of wire. Really good idea. Super durable. Ice sells these brand new too, these Super CHEXX units that are home versus away. But a lot of people like to get the USA Russian one, because that's the one they mastered the game. Now the question is, gentlemen, who is the master of this game? Let's see.
Everybody knows.
Let's see, it's 5-1. Oh.
6-1.
Oh gosh, we're in the second period. See, the middle lane is on. Second period. There's one thing you can say about Steven. He knows what he's doing sometimes when it comes to playing this game. Look how fast this sucker moves. That Ice is highly polished and playing beautifully. Tony, we would like to see a single point from you.
I have one.
A second one, then. Alright, that means we're in the third period. But they have time. So even though it's the third period, they can still score and still continue to play. You missed the shot, so you heard the crowd go, "Aw."
I thought that was just me.
Now the boys also have a boo button. I'm going to boo for you.
For Tony, right?
For Tony, yeah. Tony's booing it. Isn't that neat? You can hit the boo button. There's 2 speakers that really help the sound radiate in the room. 2 on each side of the unit. Now this base does come off. There are 4 bolts that unbolt it. So it'll fit down almost every flight of steps. But in some cases, we've had to cut it along the seam on both sides. Take the base apart so we can get into the basement. Well, their period's not over. So they're still playing. Oh gosh. 8-1, 9-1. Tony, what's going on here, son? Oh!
Board twice.
He got it, finally. Tony, if you win, I'll give you a raise. Oh. This is not good. 9-3. I'm just waiting for that third period to come to an abrupt halt. Wow, almost. All right, you see the flashing? That means the next goal ends the game. Really clever way so the player knows that this is it. Their time is up. Whoever gets it,
Good game.
good game.
9-4.
That was pretty exciting, wasn't it? Anyway, we are shipping this out. This customer has been so patient. Oh, so patient. But we think he is going to be so happy. Oh, let me show you the electronics on the side, since you happen to be there. Is the bottom unlocked? Yes, it is. Nope, there we go. Power supply is in the bottom. And here is the logic board. The amplifiers at the bottom. And each of these chips, believe it or not, hard to believe, they all have the national anthem programmed into them. So each chip says like 4 or 5 words. Old electronics, but very reliable. And you know, Ice will still fix this board. It's very, very basic board, but very simple to fix. This also has the modification for the dome light. It used to run through the connector here, and now it runs through this here. So you don't have to go through the, we used to have problem with this connector. It would get all burned, because that's a 12-volt bulb up there. So this has the newer cable with the modification. So you think it is trouble-free, it's bulletproofed, it is ready for its new home. Good night.